Welcome to another week of the StackFleet podcast. Today, we welcome the legendary Jaydyn Coggins as he lets us in on the growth of sports stacking in Australia, his plans for Worlds in Switzerland, and more. We hope you enjoy. I guess we'll get this started. How's it been going?
Yeah, not too bad. Been having, it's just had a community day yesterday where we would teach some more kids how to stack from about half an hour from our house. And yeah, it's pretty cool because it's the same place where our tournaments are taking place at the moment.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
How's your
Yeah.
how's the competitive season been going so far this year?
Competitive. So let me see. I went Nationals was one of them, which I had a decent. There was Australian Open was my good tournament where I had the 154 and the 190. I was thrilled with that. I wasn't expecting to beat my 333 record after so long. I've gotten 155, 157 scratches, but 154 was something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane.
I was shocked. And then Tyler Fano told me the same day, "Oh, I got a 1.4." He left the 154 and 190 club before I managed to get there. He's so good, man. He's so
Oh.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The depth now is actually insane.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Males and the females as well. The females has gotten really, really
Absolutely.
stacked.
Yeah.
I guess you were saying that you were teaching other kids how to stack, and I guess
Yep.
recently there's been the stacking scene has kind of been exploding in Australia, it appears. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so this would not be possible without my mum because my mum handles all the business side. Like she'll order all the cups in, she'll order all this behind me, and like it would not be possible without my mum. I help by teaching the kids as well. We both go into schools and we'll teach kids how to stack. And I think all but one of the kids that I've got on on the Lightning team currently are kids that we've taught or parents of stackers that we've taught. The only one I haven't done is one of my Victorian stackers.
Wow.
That's really
That's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane how much we've got this sort, how much we've done since then because it was I wanted a team of 5, and then I've got a team of I think it's 14 going to Worlds this year, which is really sick. It's awesome.
That's awesome. That's
That's
probably
a
one of the
big
bigger
team going.
teams. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that because Germany have triple digits, and you guys have 20, I think. So
I think the US is sitting right around there. So
yeah,
yeah,
and
some
obviously
big
you got
teams.
there's some other teams I don't think that have been counted yet, but because I don't think we have been yet, so definitely be interesting to see how many more we get because predictions are rolling in 350 plus.
That
Oh yeah.
yeah.
The turnout is going to be unreal this year.
Yeah, exactly. Especially for a smaller Switzerland team, they usually only have about 10, 20, depending on the region, or if it's in Europe, they'll
Yeah.
have 8 more.
Absolutely. On the topic of marquee tournaments, obviously you went to the Asian Open this past year and you got third, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And then on the podium in front of you were some younger stackers. What are your thoughts on the new gen of stacking and their uprising right now? Because it seems so many young stackers are on the up.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I went to Worlds as well. I'll mention this quickly. I checked Worlds recently, and I think 9 of the top 10, at least definitely the top 6, but 9 of the top 10 I think were 18 plus, which is just absolutely
Yeah.
nuts. The average
Yeah.
of that is probably 18, and then there's Zemo, and Zemo got second, which wow, he's gotten so good so quick. He's been now he's getting a 5.5 cycle, and it's good on you, man. That was so good. And Kurt, first tournament, first win. I could not
Yeah.
believe that he got a 5.5 of a fumble, and it was makes sense. Almost made stack up well as well. He's crazy. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
good. I'm
This
proud
story
of
was
Kurt for doing
crazy.
that. Yeah,
Oh.
can see why. It was nuts.
Yeah, like just
It's just,
imagine going to your first tournament and you're just like you get the trophy and you're like
yeah, having the experience would definitely have helped from the online tournaments, like the Just Stack, like the ones that Lisa puts on as well. That definitely helped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome for her to
absolutely.
do that.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
do you do a lot of online tournaments yourself or
I mean, I used to when Just Stacks were pretty common, and I was like using 2pad a bit, but I don't really do online tournaments because the time zone differences. It's like depending on the tournament, 1:30 a.m., which I mean I can do, 4:30 a.m., which I do not do, and 7 a.m., which I would not do under normal circumstances.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it's hard to get into online
Yeah,
tournaments, even when they're in your own time zone. I can't imagine being like so far ahead.
yeah, I've done. I think I've done. What was it that I got? Like I got like a 10. I got a 10.4 after Worlds, like fourth place, and it was like 3:30 in the morning start.
Oh,
I've done it. I've done it. It can be done, but it's very hard.
yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
Mm.
Yeah, with the online tournaments, 489, your online world record. What
Yeah,
did you think when that happened? Because that was pretty crazy.
that was pretty nuts. Like the 4.8 was unreal. Like I think my record at the time was like a 476, which I just got that day. Like
Dang.
outside of that, because like I beat my record by like 0.001, and it was like I was on fire. It was like 489. I almost had a 141 3v3 as well. But yeah, just thinking about that 489, it was insane. Probably the best non-in-person achievement I've ever done, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That was insane. Coming out
Yeah.
on top of because Orel had
William Morel had a
493, I think.
493. Yeah, he had a
Yeah.
493, and then I thought Ian would come back and take it, but no,
Hmm.
he didn't. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. So 489, insane. And
Yeah.
then I guess adding on to that, are you are you looking towards the possibility of a 4 second cycle in tournament anytime soon? Obviously, 509 in tournament so
509.
far.
I think Dalton said I had two slowdowns, which I noticed one in that event, like after I watched it. But yeah, that's crazy. As for a four, I've been trying. I've been trying for years, and I think this year will be the year I should be able to do it. Whether I do it at Worlds, which would be the best case scenario, or if I do it at one of my regular tournaments with all my stackers around me, which would be just insane. I think it's the
Yeah,
year I
that
can
would
do it.
be. I definitely agree. It's the constant improvement that we've seen from you. It's
Yeah,
looking like it.
yeah, sure. I think like recently I just got two fours in a row for the second time, which
Ooh.
in like the last 8 years I've had a four. I've only got it twice, so it's like I'm really stoked about that. It was awesome.
That's
Yeah, definitely.
crazy.
That I've gotten 1-4 before. Can't,
Yeah, no,
doing it
congrats on
twice in
that.
a row.
Congrats
Oh,
on that,
thank
man.
you,
No, that's
thank you.
crazy.
Doing two just back to back would be so difficult.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, but I think it was like two 4.9, so I was really happy with that.
I wonder how many
Yeah.
people have done that. Like it has to be like maybe like 10 at the most.
I wonder what the record is in a row. I'd probably have to ask William Morel or Ian on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
know
don't know what the record it is.
I think Dalton's gotten it twice in a row, and
Okay.
obviously Arel has gotten it before, so
You'd you'd think what? Errol, Ian, Polly,
I think
who else? Well,
Alan said he's done it before, I think.
that would
oh
make sense
yeah,
as well. He's really good. He's got like
yeah,
what has he got? 462? He's so fast.
It's,
yeah.
it's
He is
something
He's so
crazy.
fast,
insane.
man.
Oh,
Oh
It's
yeah,
crazy
engineer as
how
well.
just like, cause what are your out of tournament bests?
Um, what do you want to know? Gen 4, Gen 5? I've got both.
Both, yeah.
Okay. So 333, so Gen 4, 1402, 363, 1761. Because I've
Wow.
got that off tape. It's unfortunately I can't find it. I almost got a 175. And Cycles 476. One of the 476s I've got. And
Yeah.
for Gen 5, I've got a 149. I finally broke the 1.4s after 3 years of on and off trying. I'm so happy with that. That took forever. 185,
Yeah, I saw that
363.
video for that one.
Yeah. I got a 185, 363. But the thing is, like, I got it. Wait. Let me just get some of the cups back. This is so silly, but I got the 185, 363 with this downstairs.
Are you serious?
What?
I'm serious. I'll post the video later.
There's
I've
no
got-
way.
That's
I actually found it
crazy.
kind of useful for 363 for some reason.
What the
Not
heck?
cycle. Cycle's too hard. And
Wow.
472. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Oh my
something
God.
I've not been able to really replicate since. I've gotten a few 4.8s though, which I'm really happy about, and I think a 4.6 will be on the cards for me, definitely. It's just whether I grind for it or not, because my 3v3 and 363 need a bit more attention.
Yeah. That's 472 is wild. I remember seeing the
Yeah.
video for the first time and I was just like,
Yeah, I mean, most people would probably assume Cycle's my best event, which is, I've been trying to get my 3v3 and 363 in order, like, 146 free fell, and I think I had a 181 free fell while I was
oh,
out of state, which was
Dang.
jeez,
pretty
that
nice.
is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely
It's
relate.
Sorry.
You're good.
It's one of the birds that live in the house. Yes, because Mum rescued birds, so
Wow,
that's one
Awesome.
of them
That's
that's
awesome.
walking right now.
That's
It's
really
crazy.
cool.
How many do you guys have?
Ooh. There's what is it? 3 inside birds, or 2 inside birds. One comes in for the night and then goes back outside. Got some chickens and some ducks as well that we've raised, which is really nice. Yeah.
That's
That's
so
awesome.
cool.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. On our on the last episode of the podcast that we filmed with Peter, he let us know that he plans on going to Australia for, I think it was the Australian
So,
Open this year.
Yeah, it'd be for Australian Open. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
No, that's pretty cool, man. Like, knowing Peter for the last however many, probably like 10 years almost, but like really more so after the last couple. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, we'll have to have a third and fourth head to head for World Championships rematch.
Yeah.
After what happened at Worlds, because he had his first podium, which was crazy, and it knocked me off. Which, hey, good on him. He had a really good tournament. Really
Yeah.
good tournament with a good cycle as well.
Legendary.
So, yeah, no, that was sick.
It kind of reminds me of when Orel went in 2023. How was that? Because you guys were like really battling it out at the tournament with especially the
Yeah.
cycle.
That was my second best tournament I think ever, and I still couldn't get it done. Oh, he's insane. He is my inspiration, along with William Polly at the time from like 2011 when I started. Which, yeah, like after that, it's just like it was insane to have him down here. Like, Stacked at House, you'll see one of my videos. He was in it because I hadn't uploaded it. But yeah, like he's just insane. He's my favorite, and in my opinion, like probably one of, if not the best stacker in all of history. Like, you can't deny it. He's just unreal.
Yeah.
Just the accolades.
So
Yeah,
good.
I was there when he won his first Worlds. That was my first Worlds.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Which was insane.
that's really cool.
Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit old. It makes me feel a little bit old, man. Like, I was 12, and seeing him win that, he was like 15, 16. Like, I just couldn't believe it. He was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally.
That win.
The
519.
longevity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He had the 519 that tournament. Masters type
Hopefully we
them-
get that's insane. Hopefully we get the opportunity to see you win your first world championship soon as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's this year, because this is going to be tricky. It's going to be very
Yeah.
tricky. We're 21 currently in my division.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
That
And
is so
from where I'm
much.
aware, there's like 15 of us that have 4s at home, which is even more nuts. I think there's 15 of us if or maybe a little bit
Oh my
less, that have
gosh.
floors.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's
So,
Yeah,
actually
just
wild.
do you have
yeah, just
any?
wanting.
Oh, sorry, you can go.
Oh no, sorry. Just wanting a split. That's all.
Yeah. Do you have any just when you go into these tournaments like Worlds with the obviously massive groups of guys in your age division, do you have any tips or whatever for just navigating the age divisions and getting into finals?
Mm. I try and I've always employed a consistency model, like always getting a solid first try every time, or at least try to, anyways. If not, just get it second try. Like, don't leave it up to chance on the third try. Pretty much, that's what I try and do. Like, I'll just go for something that's well within my means. Like, I don't know, let's say 1.7, 2.2, and 5.8, 5.7 ish. That's well within means of easily being able to get it done. And usually, like, I'm not going to say, what do you call it? Like, usually that's enough to get it done. Like, I think 5.8 actually got me first in my division at Worlds, like, for prelims, which was, yeah, like, and sometimes people may not be able to manage it, and that does happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
The nerves at Worlds can get crazy.
Yeah, last Worlds was probably the I reckon it was the second hardest age division I've been in, behind Asians 2018, where Hyunjin Choi got a 645 and made finals in 10th.
Oh my
my
god.
god.
I know,
That is
and
That's
crazy.
crazy.
yeah, and back then in G4 it was like a 172. If I had stayed there, would have got me last.
What the heck?
I don't know how.
That
It
is
was crazy.
that
It
is
was
a
crazy.
definition of depth. Wow.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
it was unreal.
Yeah, so outside of prelims, and in finals, what are your goals for that?
Are we going? So we're going for Worlds in this one.
Yeah, at Worlds this
Okay,
year.
cool. So first tries, I'm going for a 1.6. Like, minimum, that's probably what you're going to need to win Worlds. Although if you're Kurd Asian, you can win with 1.7. That was insane. No, but in all seriousness though, like in 1.6, like a 1.6 minimum, I reckon, like a mid 1.6, if not high one, maybe able to get it done. A mid to low 2.0, and then 5.4 or 5.3, because I've got the speed, I can do it. Like, I've been practicing heaps of it at home, and it's like it's coming to me one every two comp trainings, let's say. First try,
Wow,
and it's
Oh
like
wow.
yeah,
that is scary.
I'm trying, really hard to get that down, and then obviously the fast times, 1.5, 1.9, 4. That's pretty
Oh
reasonable.
yeah.
That would
That's
be so
within.
awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for, anyways. Yeah,
Yep.
it'd be really sick.
Yeah, it can happen.
Definitely.
Yeah, are
So,
you focusing more on consistency going into this year's Worlds, or are you trying to find a perfect balance between speed and consistency?
I think consistency has served me well for the past 10 years, but I need to throw a little bit of that out of the window. I need to find some speed in me because, like, I've noticed I know the last Worlds definitely, I slowed down on the 110 once so much that it probably cost me a 5.4, I reckon. Where
Wow.
I'd go like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 instead of the alternating, which,
Hmm.
yeah, like, I'm definitely going to try and abandon that and get good speed up and see where it takes me, because if I want to win, I've got to have some good speed, like Ian and all that. Like, it's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
absolutely. Yeah, that's a good plan.
uh, yeah, we just saw Ian competing yesterday for the first time in what, half a year?
September,
In a good
since
6 months,
September, yeah.
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 Yep.
What were your thoughts on that? Seeing him just drop that 513 in finals.
Light work. He probably thinks it's light work, like a 513 first try. What?
Just
What was it? 157, 191, I think, and a 513.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was, yeah, 862 overall, just casually. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He is
Like, yeah, no.
crazy.
crazy quick, just crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, I guess we were just talking about your goals. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think the cutoff for SOC is gonna be like for each of the events?
As people said in the past, they seem to overestimate, and I think I'm gonna try and underestimate it. I'll see. Low 1.6, like a 162, 163-ish, I reckon, just because, like, the added height of nerves at Worlds just proves to be hard. Like, Will Allen got I think it was a 162, and made SOC at 2023 in Singapore. Um, let's say a low 2, or maybe a high 1, like a 198 or so. I reckon I can get it done. And for Cycle, I'll go 5.5. Because, yeah, all these heightened nerves at Worlds, it always leads people to overshoot it a little bit. By like 0.05 to 0.2, I reckon. So, probably a mid 5.5 or a 5.4 maybe. Just depending. How the
Yeah,
seconds go.
I definitely agree with that. The
Yeah.
nerves definitely
Yeah.
have huge effects on
Oh yeah,
SOC.
I've definitely overshot it in the past. It's like, yeah, it's normal.
Yeah. I think I don't have any more questions. Joe, do you have anything else?
Oh. I feel like I had something like that I was thinking of. But,
If you want me to do World's predictions,
oh,
I'll
that's
go
what
ahead.
I was just thinking
Oh.
that, and then I forgot.
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
What are the top threes, females and males?
Okay, so I'd love to say I'm gonna put all my stock, and I want to say I've been training very hard, and I think I've got the chance that I can do it. Like, I can do it, but no disrespect to anyone in particular, because this is an insane world, as it always is. Like, just the American Worlds last year was pretty nuts. I think we had like however many 9-second overalls. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
And I think this year
for
could
sure.
maybe achieve similar numbers depending on who we have. Like, Liam Vandery's really good. We got Ian. You got, obviously for you guys, you got Will Allen. You got William Polly. Like, William Polly's probably the most experienced out of all of you going, outside of maybe Peter. Dalton would be insane. Like, he's been grinding so hard, and he got, I think it was a 191 at, what was it, Hotlanta? Not
I
Hotlanta, sorry.
I think it was Hotlanta actually. Either
Oh,
that or
yeah, no, I'm
yeah.
trying to
Mhm.
remember, because there was like Maya and Hotlanta and stuff.
Yeah.
I just remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the females, Seeing Kim, Min Hyun Park, Seo Hyun An, all three Koreans could be really good. If you're wondering why wouldn't have mentioned Sama yet, I'm not certain, but apparently, from what I've been told, the fast ones aren't going.
Oh.
Apparently,
Wow.
Sama isn't going. Yushi Chang, who just got the insane 5.2, which I
Yeah.
believe is the fastest non-Korean female cycle in history.
That's
And
insane. Yeah.
Tsai Ling, who I think, what was it, won 2023. She won
Mhm.
2023 after not having like 8th place or whatever. It was nuts. Apparently they're not going.
Wow.
I would have put
That's
Sama. I would have
interesting.
put Sama in. I would have put Yushi Chang. I think Yushi was the one that won stack out at Asians as well, which
Oh.
was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That
Also Zinni, of course. I've got to put her
Yeah.
in there.
Of course. Yeah, I'm excited to see the once people are actually like
Yeah.
once we know who's going for sure. It's going to
Yeah.
be very interesting.
Yeah, I got told recently, it was like probably about a week or two ago, that they just aren't going, unfortunately, which does suck. Like, would
Yeah.
have been nice, because Sama just had a dominant Asians on like almost anything I've ever seen before. It was incredible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Insane. So
Yeah,
Taiwan also.
I guess
like
Taiwan's
Yeah.
crazy. Chen Yu
Just-
Yen just won, I think, one of the Taiwan tournaments, but I don't think he was even the fastest. I think it was Sama that won overall. It was just nuts.
yeah.
Taiwan females are crazy. Sama, Yushi Chang, Yu Ju Chang.
Yeah, they have
Who else do we have here? There's a lot of
They're
fast ones. Like,
fast.
I know I'm forgetting names.
yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to list them all when there are so many just like such
Yeah.
quick stackers.
Was it?
I think I was checking it this morning. They have like 5 of the top 10 females or something like that.
Oh
It's
my
just
gosh.
ridiculous. It's
Just
insane.
Wow.
how do you even combat that?
Yeah. And then they won International Challenge with like an almost all female lineup, except for I think Wei Ting Pan.
Yeah,
It
that
was
is
just
historic.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is historic. It's incredible.
Yeah. It's really awesome to see.
Yeah.
Game changing for sure.
And
Yeah.
I did remember the question I was going to ask. So I feel
What is
like
it?
obviously we were talking earlier about like all the young Australian stackers. Do you
Yeah.
want to like shout out who you think could be the next big stacker from Australia?
Ooh. I've got quite a few. Like, a lot of my Lightning team are like that.
Yeah.
Lily, we got 4th at Worlds 2023 stack out, which was just mind blowing. I could not believe it. She was beating people with 5-second cycles. I
Oh
was
my
so proud of her
gosh.
for that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, won't be able to go to Worlds this year, but like it would be nice. Tamika's really solid. She just got her first one, and she's
Ooh,
trying for a 6 currently at
Awesome.
home, which is really good. Her brother
yeah.
Mitch just got his first one recently as well, and he now has a 6.4 with snap tops of all things.
Whoa.
I got Joel, who's coming to Worlds. This will be his, I think, what was it? 3rd tournament. This will be his 3rd tournament.
Dang.
Just got a 183 record on 333, and he has a
Oh.
6.2 cycle. He just got another 6.2 recently, which is very happy. I'm very happy with that. We've
Awesome.
got Theo, Ruby, of course, from the Briggs Wilsons. Like, they're Ruby just got a 750, which is just
Awesome.
you're 7.
Yeah. That's
Theo just got a
crazy.
6 recently, and he got a 1. He got a 1 not too long ago, and he got a 6 a bit. I think it was a bit later. Who else do we have? Like, from my Thunder team, which is my development team, I've got Reese, who has a 174. He's been stacking since August. Huh? He's
That's
12.
fast.
He's got a 174, and he's been stacking since
Dang.
Dude.
August last year.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yeah. Noah also, Noah and Phoebe, they're also pretty solid as well. Like, I think Phoebe in particular has almost got a 7 for females, which is pretty good because I think there's been probably about 6 females that have got a 7 at home. So she'd be like number 7, which would be really nice. And then Noel's making some strides. He's got like a 2 point, I think it was, 2.1. And he's set at 6.6. And he's been stacking since last August as well.
Dang. That's getting loaded.
I know.
Especially as as they age too. That's just gonna be like a couple years from
Yeah.
now. Insanity.
I'd also like to shout out Eva, who just got an 854 cycle, which is pretty solid for her, but she also almost held the 333 record at one point in time, like last year. Got a 221 when the record was like a 2. Oh yeah, the record, no, it's still a 212. She got a 221. She got a 221, I think 7. The record was like 221-1.
Oh.
That's
She was like
insane.
8. She was like just barely 9 at the time, and
Oh,
my
like I think
just
she
shy.
could be really solid. Shay as well.
Yeah.
She's got a 2.1. She's got 7.6, which is second in Australia, and she's got, I think it was a 282, which I had a slowdown in there, so I think she might be on track for an Australian record rather soon. I think.
Oh.
which
That's
could be-
that's really exciting.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few people that could be on track for Australian records. Like, on the females, you've got Lily, Tamika, Shay, Eva. If Ruby pulls off an insane 2.0333 like she's been doing, she could. I reckon she could. And then our male stackers, like, Bo just came back after like a year and he got like, what was it, 2 333 records and a 363 record in like 1 day. Oh, sorry, in like 2 days, and he got a 6.3 cycle. So I'm really glad to have him back, and
Jeez.
it would just be, it'd be awesome if he comes back again. Like, just to have him back, just to have him there again would be a good value add for the teams. Like, relay doubles and whatnot. It'd be really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I guess I I think this is about to wrap it up, but on the subject of like these up and coming stackers and and worlds, combining them, what is your just absolute best advice for stackers going to worlds that that might need some tips? What would you say to them?
I mean, if I'll have two reasons, I reckon. So number one would be stackers in my position, like try and stack a consistent first or second try. Like most likely you can make finals depending on how fast your consistency can get. Which hey, if you can make it, that's great. If you can't, you've got a lot of other things to look forward to as stackers, like jersey swaps, meet and greet, etc. As for the younger stackers, like how I was 10 years ago, I went in there, cool as a cucumber, and like I don't know, I just stacked like how I thought I could. I didn't have any nerves back then, which helped. So maybe just like how do you put this? With the tennis players, like they'll say they play a bit more freely when they're not nervous, like or they're like newer to the sport, like newer to the top 100 or whatever. Stuff like that. Like I think that these newer stackers like hopefully they can find that in themselves to stack a bit freer, which means they can stack faster, more consistent. And who knows? World seems to be a breeding ground for new records in person, like, and all these tournaments really. They always seem to be a
Yeah,
breeding ground for
definitely.
new records.
Yeah, that is a great way to put it.
Yeah, like usually, like I'll get a record every few tournaments or so, I reckon, and like some people will like, oh my gosh, I just broke my record for the first time in ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy.
Yeah. All right. So, thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming on
No,
here.
absolutely good.
I'm so glad we found a time to
Yeah, for
have a
sure,
chat.
man. Like,
Yeah, it was
definitely was really good to come on the podcast because I've been watching every single one.
awesome.
I was,
Yeah.
I was wondering what
Yeah.
happened when it wasn't posted last week at the time of.
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out, but then we were like, "Oh shoot, we missed the window to record it." So,
Yeah.
thank you for being flexible. And
No, it's
yours
fine. It's
this one
fine.
should be out tonight. So,
Oh wow! Really? That's crazy.
yeah.
Oh, that's insane,
Yeah.
man.
So,
That's insane.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're excited to get this one out here. This is definitely one of the this one was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah,
So,
I really wanted to give some of my other stackers a platform as well. Like,
mhm.
because some of them, like, I think Reese just started posting on Instagram in particular. He's
Awesome.
got what? Like, he also, get ready for this. He's got a 6.7 on video or 6.6, but 5.8 apparently. He's been stacking since August, and he has a 5.8 that he's said about.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for a
That's
video on it.
unbelievable.
I'm waiting for a video on it. But once I
That's
do,
fast.
like, I might see if it's okay if I can send it through because he's incredible.
That's
That's
fast.
crazy.
Wow.
What?
Oh yeah, I actually forgot one more stacker. Actually two. Finn, who stacks pretty well for his age. He's 7, and he's got like what has he got? 2.4333, which I believe he should be able to beat that next tournament. He's got
He's
like
a
2.23
7-year-old.
there.
Damn.
363, he has a 3.3. I think he should be able to get a low 3. And a cycle. I think he might be able to get a 7. We'll see.
Oh
But he's
my
got an
gosh.
8.7 with like 2 fumbles in there the last tournament.
Whoa.
And also
That is-
Ariana, who's his sister, and doesn't stack as much as Finn, because according to a TV piece that Finn did, he stacks 1,000,000 hours a day.
Man,
He's cool. He's
yeah,
cool,
when you
Finn.
first start stacking, it feels like you can stack forever.
Yeah. Rumor has it I used to stack 10 hours a day.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's crazy. But like, just a lot of my stackers, it's really exciting to see.
Yeah.
Once you give some of them a platform, like, especially like Lily, who's starting to come into her own. She just got a 6.8 as well, which Like she was stuck at a 6.9 for a while and a 7.0 for longer. Like good to see her practicing really hard, and I want to. Hopefully, we can get some more people down towards the 5-second range, and if we have someone as dedicated as what they are, who knows? Let's see. Let's see if someone can pass me, which maybe could happen. I reckon it could, depending on how much dedication they've got.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've set a very hard bar for these kids, though. I've set a very high bar.
You're not just gonna give it to them.
Yep. Yeah.
No way.
No one
Ain't
said
no
it was gonna be easy.
Nope, not a chance.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
So-
you so much.
Yeah. Again,
No
thank
problem.
you. This was so much fun, and then
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure. I just wanted to give some shout outs there, and like it'll just be really fun. Like,
yeah.
This is
Good
so
luck.
cool.
There's a tournament in 2 weeks now, right? I think.
yep, 2 weeks, correct.
Awesome. Good luck there.
Yeah,
We'll
good
definitely be watching out.
Fingers
that.
Yeah,
crossed
for
for the
sure.
4.
Yep.
We'll see
We'll
about
be
that.
rooting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think either Adam or maybe my mum, one of us will be live streaming the SOC. So we'll see
Ooh.
which might be on Facebook.
That's
Awesome.
exciting. Actually,
On StackFleet
maybe
would be crazy though. I've been
we
seeing
could,
that.
actually we could reach out and maybe make that happen. That would be awesome.
Oh, you like that? Let's
That
get
would
it. Oh, that'd
that
be
would be
insane.
really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it'd give more of my stackers a chance to be seen. Which
Yeah,
That would be
I'd love
great.
to see. I'd love to do
Yeah,
that.
let's keep in contact about that because that would be
Oh,
so
yeah,
cool to make that
definitely, yeah.
happen.
I'll make sure with
Yeah.
like, my mum and Adam, that'll be all good. Like, yeah,
Yeah, that would be so cool.
yeah, for sure. Be
All
really
right.
good.
Well, have a good day.
Yeah, we'll do. It's
for us,
currently 10:06 a.m.
Yeah, for us it's 6:30 at night. So
Hey, that's not too bad. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
what are we like 13 and a half? I think
I think so.
13 and a half, and when I go to Melbourne this week, it'll be 14. Insane.
All right.
We'll keep in touch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see you soon,
sure.
and then we'll talk about the tournament in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So
that'd be
have a
crazy.
good one.
Sure.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the podcast, and make sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next ones, dropping every Thursday leading up to the World Sports Stacking Championships.